Alright, y'all, let's go. Today we're taking a look at two plays that changed the game in the wild card round this weekend. First, we're going to watch the Bears versus the Packers. Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, they schemed up the perfect play to beat the Packers. Next, we're going to watch the 49ers versus the Eagles. Late in the game, they come with a play that changes the momentum, gives them the lead, and eventually they win the game. What stands out to me with both of these plays is the timing of the plays. It was not the first time these plays were run that these sets were built. When you build sets, when you understand how to affect the defense, when you understand how to affect the game and play the game within the game, you're setting up, you're building. It is a battle. It is war on the field. 4 quarters, 60 minutes, 15 times 4 is what? Yeah, type in. Let's go, man. It's go time. You don't feel the energy? It's the playoffs. Let's get started right here. Bears, Packers. It's a minute, 48 seconds left. The Bears are down 3. What do we have? We got Caleb Williams pumping and throwing to DJ Moore to score a touchdown and win the game. Take a deeper look at this and how they set this play up. You got to understand the situation. You got to understand what's going on. What are the Bears in? They're in 12 personnel. That's tight end, receiver. There's the back. 2 tight ends, 2 receiver, 1 back. What are the Packers playing on defense? Look at the defense. Does it look like man or zone to you? First off, what we want to see, the Bears are in a nub tray set. What is that? They got 3 receivers right here, right? They're motioning in, creating a bunch. Why do they do that? We want to see movement. We want you to get comfortable. We move into the bunch set. It puts the defense in a bind. One thing you do not see from the Packers on defense is communication. If you're not communicating, you're getting beat. You're getting beat. You have to talk. You're on the field as a team, as a unit. It's all coming down to this. I didn't see any communication from these 3. No one talked. So right now, it looks like everyone's manned up, correct? We got 1 high safety here. On the backside, this corner has this tight end. This backer has this back right here. Is it 2-on-1? Let's see how it plays out. But from the first movement, no communication. And what does that do to the defense? Now we're confused because in this bunch set, we are lining up in this bunch set to run rub routes, pick routes, combinations to have these guys twisted, mangled, running through the trash, beat to sleep. And that is what happened to these guys. When you're watching the play unfold, you have guys who are unaware, who are not confident, who are not playing fast, and they're beat. When you see it from the TV copy, you see this guy wide open. Looks like 24 is left out to dry. Looks like his eyes were in the wrong place. But truly, this is a team mistake. You have to communicate together from the top. Look who is on DJ Moore to begin with, the point man. Okay, if this is you right here, you got to get hands on. You have to restrict him unless there's been communication. I didn't see any communication, Joe. It looks like everyone's playing their man. But first thing we see is, we see 10 stop. He's shooting. We see DJ Moore right here running outside. Look at 24's eyes. They're still on 10. You're beat from the beginning of the play. It takes a super level of communication to lock things down in the NFL. If you want to win in crunch time, you have to be all in and on the same page. What I'm seeing right here from the point, man, there's no hands-on. There's nothing. These 2 guys are stacking each other. Luther Burden's going underneath DJ Moore, and DJ Moore's going up the sideline. There's number system when you're playing defense. This is the number 1, 2, 3 when you're counting on defense. The number 2 becomes the 1. The 1 becomes the 2. Whoop-de-doo. They don't know what they're doing, and they get beat, burnt to a crisp when the situation, when the season is on the line. You can't get beat like this, man. Plays like this will have a sick feeling in your stomach the whole year. Watch Caleb Williams' eyes. Watch 18 the whole play. Immediately from the snap, he gets his eyes right here. He wants to see what this guy's doing. He wants to see what this group is doing. How are y'all going to play this set right now? He knows he is not even looking at this guy. I'm going to give you a little pump. But he's not looking at it to throw the ball. This is the design. Pump that thing. Buy some time for your receiver to skate up the sideline, and we're going to make money. As you see right here, 24 eyes in the backfield. 2 up the sideline. Completion. Thrown in the right spot. That is a touchdown. There must be communication versus a bunch. If you're not talking versus the 3 receiver sets, you're going to end up like this. It's a bad feeling when this is all in your mind. You at home, you can't sleep. All you're seeing is this routes crossing and meshing, and you're beat. Touchdown. The season's over. We in the zone. To play defense at a high level, you must understand the scope of what's going on, exactly how it's playing out, exactly the responsibilities of everyone. If this is man, if this is zone versus the bunch, you gotta talk it out. Either way, you have to have communication. You gotta get hands-on. No free releases. Man. Who's at fault, man? 24 or 20 right here? As a unit, y'all both beat. Y'all both wrong. It was not clear. It was not defined. She's singing. She's singing. The fat lady's singing. This one's over. Look at the fans, dog. Look at the excitement in Chicago when you ignite a city with a big play. This city has not had success in how many years? Yeah, they're alive tonight. When you make plays, you change the game. Everything changed. I want to go back to earlier in the season. We watched Caleb Williams right here with DJ Moore. What do we see? We see an airmail. We see a skyball. We see the photographer getting hit in the chin on the sideline. I put this on here to showcase the progression from Caleb Williams. Earlier this season, I had this play on the tape, and so many people said, DJ Moore checked this route. He wasn't running a fade. This was supposed to be something else. What does that got to do with anything? It's simple, man. We're playing football. If they blow a coverage, if a guy's open like this, right? If a guy's open, your feet are set, it's time to deliver it, hit the open receiver. But Caleb Williams, he's grown since then, and that's what you want to see. You want to see improvement from your guys. This is the same identical type of play. They're building plays and structures off the same stuff. Am I saying that this is where it came from? I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is the placement on the field, the route from DJ Moore, the throw from Caleb Williams, it's all the same. You do stuff throughout the season. You build confidence doing it. It's a lot different now when your confidence is up compared to earlier in the season. Great job improving 18. You're still a wild card in my book, but you're doing good. You're getting better. DJ Moore, I know you like this. Not this right here, but the other one. The improvement. I know you like that. Ugh, Caleb. This earlier in the season, you had me looking at you crazy. Right here, though, look at you right here. Confidence. Eyes in the right spot. You hit that back foot. You let the ball fly. On a line. Not crazy. Hit him in stride. Touchdown. That's how you make your money. Let's get it. All right, now we have the 49ers up to bat versus the Eagles. And what do we see? We see the Eagles suffering from the same issues, the same problems as the Packers. When you fail to communicate, when you fail to be disciplined and have your eyes in the right place, you get beat. Let's look at it from this top angle right here. What do we see? We see Cooper DeJean running with number 9. Heavy indication for what? You're right. Man coverage. Manned up across the board. Manned up across the board. What does that tell us? It tells us someone has an eye violation on the play. And when you have a violation, when you're not following where you're supposed to go, you get beat. Little plays come back to beat you. Your season ends when you're not playing sound football. You got Jennings right here throwing a pass to McCaffrey. There's a lot of stuff going on that you got to pay attention to. You're playing against the 49ers. You're playing against Kyle Shanahan. You're in the shot zone, the shot area. Between the 40 to 30, maybe after you cross the 50-yard line up until about the 30, the shot area. What does that mean? They're looking to push the ball down the field. You're in the perfect spot for them to take a shot to the zone. And what do? They beat you. 33 running with 9, right? Like I said, man coverage. They got DeJean working. You were all pro this year. Guess what? Earn it. Earn your money, 33. We're running this way. We're yo-yoing 9 back. Guess what we're getting them? Uh-oh. What's this? What's this? We're coming back. Sight, we're pitching it back to Jennings. It's a lot of eye candy in the backfield. When you see all this eye candy, when you see all this movement, what must you do? You must locate. your man. You must locate your zone if you're in zone. But when you're in man, you got to locate your man. Christian McCaffrey. How can you leave this guy alone? They're doing all this in the backfield to capture your attention, to see who is disciplined. When you get beat like this, though, bye-bye. Good night. Hey, man, I really like Zach Bond. I really, really like Zach Bond. Why are we talking about Zach Bond? This is Blankenship right here getting beat. Psych. It looks like it's Blankenship getting beat, but truly, this is not Blankenship's man. But I do got something for Blankenship on this play. But from the top, here we go. Man, it's a corner. This tight end, Blankenship. Number 9, DeJean. The back, Bond. Dean. This corner has this. Man right here, Jennings. One high safety. They're playing cover 1 across the board. You got to stick to your man. Hey, Blankenship, one thing. Your man blocks. Your man's taking up. In man coverage, if your man is blocking, if your man is not releasing, what must you do? Feel. You're playing to play so smart, 33, 32, Blankenship. You're playing to play so smart. You're not running away. You feel that something is odd, something is going on. You see all the movement going to this side. You didn't run over here. You did your job. You stayed home. Man, what a play would have been if you would have just shot up here like a rocket and hit 15. This is your man. He's blocking Nolan Smith. If you shoot to the backfield, you make this play when you green dog. But right now, you're like, oh, wait, I feel someone's wide open, which isn't bad either. You're not covering them, but you feel it. But you switch that responsibility, you're going to hit 15 in the mouth before he even gets there. But the real issue is here. 53, Zach Bond, Mr. All-World last year. I thought this was the best linebacker in the NFL last season. He was on fire. He got paid deservedly. But right now, 53, you watching the game like everybody at home. Wake up, Zach Bond, you're beat. You just ran around on the field covering grass. You're covering no one. You're covering this marker right here, the 25-yard line. Guess what? They're not throwing it the ball. They're not throwing the ball to these lines right here. They're throwing the ball to the guys with the numbers on their jersey, with the gold on their helmet. And they get into the zone, man. When you fail to play your responsibility, you get beat. You put your team in an adverse situation. You must stick to your man. In man coverage. This is a tough one, though, huh? You think you want to go and go fast. It's something about these trick plays, though, y'all. I don't know if y'all have ever played the game. When you're on that field, when you're in that position, you can feel that something's kind of weird. You see Zach Bond's not just running to go make a tackle right now. He's not just running, chasing the ball. He feels something is up. He doesn't quite know what is up, but you got to trust your gut. You got to stick to your man. Because guess what? Here's your other guy right here. Y'all are teammates. Y'all are in tandem. Y'all are working together. 53, 17, Dean, Bond. You're good. You're covered. Y'all not even triggering. Y'all know it's up. Get your eyes to your man. All this eye candy back here got y'all confused, got you dazed. Now you're beat. Now you're sitting at home thinking, man, if I would have just covered my man, what would have happened? Carter would have, boom, big hit on 15. Don't matter. Touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. Let's go back to the Super Bowl. We're back to the Super Bowl a few years ago. What do we see? We see the 49ers. Got a little trickery. A little you know what I'm saying? One of those. You got to know who your opponent is. You got to know who the players are on the other team they're trying to highlight. Jennings to McCaffrey. It has to be a red alert. Y'all are in the fourth quarter in the last game getting beat. You got to think. We haven't seen anything crazy all day. They might be coming with something. You got to alert it. When you're on the field as a defense, you got to talk. You got to keep everything on the table and ready. Talk to your teammate. Allow them to know something may happen. Because as you see in the Super Bowl, the biggest game of them all, they came with a trick play. So guess what? When it's on the line, when it's time to make a play, they're going to dig deep into their bag and come with something. This is a lesson to be learned, not just for the Eagles, but for everybody. These guys right here in gold, white, and red, they're trying to get it done any way possible. And they're going to dig deep. They're going to put you in a bind. They're going to have you confused. Look at the defense right here. Do these guys look like they know what's going on? Do you see guys pursuing with relentless effort? You see right here, the guys who were close. Look at the backside guys. I don't really know. Block, touchdown. Game time. It's over with. If you want to win a chip, if you want to win a ring, you're going to have to lock in. You have to stay focused. You're going to have to dig deeper than you've ever dug. It takes a lot to win the game, man. It takes a lot to be fluid. It takes a lot to be the best. When games get close, you got to hunker down. You got to beat on that chest and stand up. That's what's going to separate the winners from the losers, y'all. We got more games to watch, more games to break down. Stay locked in with me. You with me? All right, then. Let's go.